You've probably noticed something strange. The people building real wealth almost never look the part. Warren Buffett lives in the same house he bought in 1958. Mark Zuckerberg wears the same gray shirt every day. Meanwhile, the guy driving the brand new BMW with custom rims, he's 3 months behind on rent. We live in a world that rewards appearances. Flashy cars, designer clothes, expensive watches, but here's what nobody tells you. Looking rich is keeping you poor, and looking poor might be the smartest financial move you ever make. Let me show you exactly why. My name is Ivan, and I help people understand the psychology and mechanics behind building real wealth. If you're tired of wondering why your bank account never seems to grow despite making decent money, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button if this video helps you figure out where you've been going wrong. Here's why this matters. Real wealth is invisible. It's not the car you drive or the watch you wear. It's what's sitting in your investment accounts compounding quietly while everyone else is burning money trying to look successful. The irony? The more you try to look rich, the poorer you actually become. And the more comfortable you get looking modest, the faster real wealth builds. Let's break down exactly why this works. Reason 1. Flashy stuff comes with hidden costs that destroy wealth. Someone hands you the keys to a Ferrari free, zero cost. You feel like you won the lottery. But here's what actually happened. You just inherited a financial nightmare. Insurance is 5 times higher than a normal car. Premium fuel empties your wallet faster than you can fill it. Tires cost more than most people's rent. A routine service, $2,000 minimum. Every small repair means waiting months for parts that cost a fortune. The gift was free, but the upkeep chains you to massive bills. This trap shows up everywhere. Homes stuffed with expensive furniture, closets crammed with designer clothes, kitchens loaded with appliances you use once. French writer Denis Diderot learned this in the 1700s when someone gave him a fancy robe. It made the rest of his stuff look shabby. So he replaced his chair, then his desk, then everything else. He ended up in debt. When one flashy item enters your life, it drags hidden costs behind it. Everything else suddenly needs upgrading to match. By choosing plain things, you dodge this trap entirely. You sleep better, keep your schedule light, and follow real passions instead of maintaining an image. Reason 2. Looking poor is cheaper, which leaves cash to build actual wealth. Each time a new phone drops, people rush to trade in a perfectly good device. 6 out of 10 adults live paycheck to paycheck because of habits exactly like this. Do the opposite. Keep the phone that still works. Drive the car that still drives. Wear the jacket that still keeps you warm. Let's run the math. Save $500 a month by resisting upgrades and cooking at home instead of eating out. After 1 year, you've got $6,000. Put that in a low-cost index fund averaging 7% annually. In 25 years, that single decision grows past $40,000. Repeat the habit every month and you're stacking a financial snowball big enough to buy real freedom. Warren Buffett still lives in the Omaha house he bought in 1958 for $31,000. Ingvar Kamprad founded IKEA, built billions, drove a 13-year-old Volvo and flew economy into his 80s. Both men could have filled garages with supercars, but they preferred the quiet power of money that keeps working over money that keeps rusting in a driveway. Reason 3, a humble image attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. A few years ago, I knew someone who showed up everywhere wearing a diamond-studded watch, constantly talking about his luxury condo. He'd demand 5-star dinners, then bottle service at clubs. Then he'd want everyone to split the bill evenly. $500 per person for one night. He never asked about anyone's dreams or ideas. He only cared that everyone looked as wealthy as he claimed to be. Flash cash and you invite these people into your life. They drain your savings and your energy, keep a low profile, and you meet people who value conversation over consumption. You also protect yourself. Public bragging about watches, cars, or houses turns you into a target for scams and theft. The guy posting his Rolex collection on social media, he's advertising to criminals. Privacy is priceless. When you look modest, you filter out the leeches and gold diggers automatically. The people who stick around, they're there for you, not your wallet. Reason 4, living modestly trains you to appreciate what you already have. Millions of families across the globe lack clean water, safe housing, a dependable bed. If you enjoy those basics, you're ahead of most people who ever lived. Yet our brains adapt fast. Scientists call it the hedonic treadmill. Lottery winners feel a burst of joy, but studies show they return to their old happiness level within months. The same happens after buying the hottest gadget. Brief moments of excitement. Then the thrill fades and you need another hit. Break that cycle. Keep a gratitude list. savor a warm cup of coffee, a walk in fresh air, a sunset that costs nothing. Small joys fill you with deeper peace than any luxury purchase. I once spent 3 days hiking with just a backpack of essentials. Each night, a bowl of instant noodles tasted like a feast. When you shed excess stuff, ordinary moments shine. The psychology here matters. Once you stop chasing the next thing, you stop feeling like you're missing out. That contentment is worth more than any status symbol. And ironically, when you stop caring what others think, you end up happier than people spending fortunes trying to impress strangers. Reason 5. Modest spending dramatically lowers the amount you need to retire. Money coaches lean on the 4% rule. If you can live on 4% of your investments annually, your nest egg should last indefinitely. Picture two neighbors. One spends $50,000 per year. The other lives comfortably on $30,000. First person needs roughly $1.25 million saved to stop working. Second person needs $750,000. Then expenses cut years off the finish line. They also speed up debt removal. Average household carries over $20,000 in credit card and personal loan debt. Throw extra dollars at high interest balances and escape the trap for good. That same discipline fuels a FIRE movement. Financial independence retire early. Normal people in ordinary jobs hitting freedom in their 30s by living small and investing the difference. The math is brutal. Every $1,000 you cut from annual spending means you need $25,000 less saved to retire. Cut $10,000 from your lifestyle, you need $250,000 less in the bank. That's years of working eliminated just by looking poor instead of rich. Reason 6. Stealth wealth gives you power in negotiations. Picture two contractors entering the same hardware store to buy lumber. One wears designer jeans, gold chains, steps from a brand new truck with chrome rims. Other guy climbs out of a dusty van in worn boots and a plain shirt. When both ask for a bulk discount, who gets it? The manager spots the flashy truck and smells fat margins. But the modest dresser looks like a professional who counts every penny. That edge repeats everywhere. Salary negotiations, real estate deals, even flea market haggling. A plain appearance signals you'll walk away unless the numbers make sense. There's another hidden gift. When you look poor, you feel free to fail in public without shame. The person who always shows off can't risk a small venture that might flop. One mistake cracks their image. The quiet builder can test, stumble, learn, rise again while the crowd looks elsewhere. That room to experiment is rocket fuel for creativity and wealth building. Many famous founders launched a dozen forgettable projects before striking gold. Nobody noticed because nobody was watching. No pressure, no judgment, just freedom to try until something works. Let's make this concrete with two people, both 30 years old, both making $70,000 annually. Meet Poor Peter and Rich Richard. Poor Peter needs to look successful. He finances a $40,000 car, wears designer clothes, lives in an expensive apartment to impress people. His rent and car payment eat 60% of his income. He saves maybe 5% when he remembers. Carries $8,000 in credit card debt because keeping up appearances is expensive. By 40, he's got $20,000 saved. Still stressed, still living paycheck to paycheck, still working to maintain an image. Rich Richard drives a 10-year-old Toyota he bought for $8,000 cash, wears normal clothes from regular stores, lives in a modest place. Nobody thinks he has money, and that's exactly the point. His housing and transportation cost 40% of income. He saves 18%. Invested consistently, no debt. By 40, he's got $150,000 invested, plus a fully funded emergency fund. He has options, freedom, the ability to take risks, real security, and nobody even knows because he doesn't broadcast it. Same income, completely different outcomes. Poor Peter traded real wealth for the appearance of wealth. Rich Richard traded the appearance of wealth for actual wealth. One is trapped, the other is free. The difference? Rich Richard understood that looking poor while building wealth beats looking rich while staying broke. Here's what this actually looks like in practice. You drive a reliable used car instead of financing new. You wear clothes that fit and last instead of chasing logos. You live in a place you can easily afford instead of stretching for an address that impresses people. You cook at home most nights. You skip the expensive watch. You say no to bottle service. You don't post vacation photos to flex. And while everyone else is working overtime to pay for their image, you're quietly stacking money, investing it, watching it compound, building real wealth that gives you real options. The beauty of looking poor is you feel rich in what actually matters. You control your time. You welcome friends who respect you for you. You sleep with zero stress about collectors or bills. You invest in skills and memories instead of impressing strangers who'll forget tomorrow. And when you finally choose to buy something special, you do it with cash. calmly, with zero urge to post a trophy photo, because the purchase is for you, not the crowd. Here's the close. The next time social media waves a shiny toy in your face, pause. Ask yourself, will this lift my daily life or just my ego for a moment? If it's only ego, swipe away. Save your energy for things that build true wealth, knowledge, freedom, time, memories. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Do you want a closet full of outdated trends or a bank account strong enough to catch any dream you chase? The choice lives in tiny habits, not grand gestures. Pick one move today. Skip one impulse purchase and invest that money instead. Plan a low-cost evening that centers on conversation, not consumption. Calculate how much you're actually spending to maintain an image versus building wealth. One move. The quiet path won't earn flashy likes, but it'll earn you something far greater. The power to build a life you never need to escape. A life rich in time, choice, and peace. That's real wealth, and it starts the moment you stop trying to look rich.